Hey y'all, welcome back to Rose, Rocks, Weeds, and Soil. This is the podcast that helps us navigate life's bumps, detours, and breakthroughs with faith and wisdom. I'm your host, Natasha Elaine. This week, I am sitting down with four beautiful women that I have known since childhood. I'm talking first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. Jamila, Keedah, Keisha, and Keedah. Yes, we all grew up in the same neighborhood in PG County, Maryland, and time and life brought some distance, but the bond never left, y'all. So today we are giving each other flowers, closure, and a little space to speak from the heart. Man, this one is for anybody who is navigating friendship shifts after 40, the ones that you ghosted, the ones that you blocked, and the ones that you're still holding space for, because everybody deserves a little bit of grace, right? So buckle up, get your tea, get your mimosa, or get your communion juice, depending on where you are today and how you're feeling, because this is not going to be petty by far. It is powerful and it is definitely prayerful. We are about to talk sisterhood, loyalty, and letting go without losing who we are in the process. All right, y'all. Welcome to Rose, Rocks, Weeds, and Soil. I'm so happy they got their mimosas, y'all. She said, just tell them it's orange juice. I said, we're not going to lie. We ain't got to lie, Craig. We grown. All right, so y'all, this is Keedah. This is Jamila. This is Keisha, and that is Keedah. We have been friends for a very long time, okay? And the first question is, what did it really look like when we met? I mean, what was the circle? Was the circle even a circle at that point? I'm not sure. But what I can say is I remember Keisha. Yeah. That's all I remember is Keisha. I remember Keisha since the second grade. And then I remember Jamila coming around at some point. Bus, you said. Yeah. And I remember Keedah, because she lived all the way up the street. And Keedah lived all the way up the street. They had sisters. And I remember they could fight or something. Like, it was like, your sisters were fighters. I don't know why I remember this, but that's what I remember from a long time ago. And so when I say this is 40 years, this is for real 40 years, y'all. So when we're talking about friends after 40, we are talking about after 40 years old, but also after 40 years of commitment and loyalty and ups and downs and fallouts and blocks and unblocks and all of that stuff too. Nobody blocked, did they? Unfollow? No. This is like the model friend group, y'all. I think might be one person missing, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. So we are going to start with the framework, y'all. The framework is Rose, Rocks, Weeds, and Soil. So we had the R for the road, how we got here, how we kind of just started, and I'll let you guys chime in on that. And then we have the rocks, where it kind of got bumpy for some people, and the weeds, where we get stuck into whatever it is that we're stuck into, our moves, our attitudes, our life. And then we'll get into the good soil. And then we're going to play a little game too, y'all. So anybody else want to chime in on what y'all remember, like what the circle looked like when we first started?
So for me, like you said, I remember meeting Keisha in third grade. As soon as I got in class, she was on it. Oh, why you got them long socks on? And from there on, we became cool and friends, and she was so playful. And I think that's when I first started cussing when I was young. Because of Keisha. So, yes, we've been on ever since.
Jamila, what you remember?
I remember coming into play when I think it was fourth grade, Miss Owsley class.
Yeah.
Okay. And we were playing this game called 7-Up. And I remember the twins being there, and I was following them around because I was new. And then everybody kept asking if Keedah and I were cousins or related because we had the same last name. And so we kind of started our friendship from there.
Now that's interesting, because I left in the fourth grade. I was the tag student. And so I started getting bused all the way out, and I ended up at Walker Mills. So my thing was, y'all, I had like these two containers. So I had my school friends, and then I had my neighborhood friends. And that is the way my life kind of ended up, because I always had this set of friends and that set of friends. And then as I moved to different states and, different cities, it was always, okay, I got these friends from Miami, I got these friends here. And so I always had these containers of friends. So that was pretty much how my life ended up in terms of friendships. Keisha, what do you recall?
For me, it was city girl coming to Maryland elementary school. So I remember Keedah and you on the playground. And my very first encounter with y'all. I was cursing on the playground. And y'all look completely shocked. Like, oh, you cuss? I was like, y'all don't? And it just went from there. As far as Melly, like she said, 4th grade, hearing her accent, I was automatically middle. I'm like, where your family from?
Yeah.
That southern twang. And I'm like, your family from North Carolina? And that's how we locked in together too. So, yeah, but like Keedah, and like with Keedah, like she said, first day, she had on her little schoolgirl, like Captain, like Britney Spears in the hallway before Britney Spears. Had her little socks on. I was like, why you got some socks on?
What you say? What was the answer to that question? She started laughing. Like I always do.
And Kia.
Pretty much the same thing Keisha said. Keisha was a bully. A bully in school. She really was. On the playground, I think Keisha made me be her friend.
So y'all, okay, so 40 years of friendship. Now that means that everybody was happy for all 40 of those years, right? No problems, no issues, no unspoken expectations that were missed, because we were talking about it earlier and I only knew Keisha's birthday and I knew Keita's birthday was in December. So what day are you in December?
December 23rd.
Okay, now that's ridiculous because I'm December 26th. So we are literally 3 days apart and that's crazy.
That is crazy. And Keisha never mentioned it.
I got to be the one to
Cause you the little boo. Yeah.
okay, well,
And sometimes you know you got that glue pill off sometimes.
And so I say all that to say that I missed everybody's birthday. I mean,
Except
like,
mine.
I really did, except for Keisha's. And so, you know, I'm trying to get back into this circle. Like, I kind of excommunicated myself. So I'm going to work my way back in. And I told y'all earlier, I'm going to write down everybody's birthday. Kia, like, for what? I'm like, because I need to know everybody's birthday.
Right.
I mean, I barely know Jonas, and that's the problem because that's my godson. So with that being said.
Our godson.
Oh, you share? See, I didn't even know that I was a co-godparent.
Keisha never
These
mentioned
are
it.
things that
It's always the one in blue.
y'all love being a little bit too much of a model group right now. So y'all really going to tell me that there was no dips, no nothing, nowhere, no, you know.
No, it was definitely like, it wasn't perfect. Like we always had some ups and downs throughout the growing pains and differences.
Speak
Definitely.
now, forever hold your peace. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think only, I would say Keedah and I, but this was like in our adult years.
Yeah.
Where we had like a little tiff, but our mother was not having it. She like, y'all gonna bridge this thing back together. And that was that. But as far as entire group, no.
No.
I'm thinking, especially once people got married, they were like, we can't do a girls' trips together because I got to be with my husband or what have you.
Well, I guess I could say that, but I can say that as me being a teen parent. I think it's like I had to mature a little bit faster, so I kind of probably drifted away so I can take care of my child. But other than that, I mean, like if I call, hey, what's up? You want to go do? Everybody's down for whatever.
Yeah, so it was never an issue. It wasn't like that old new type of situation, because I do just want to let y'all know that I am definitely down if anybody needs a +1 to go somewhere.
Right.
I am completely single. Okay, who else is single? Oh, okay, so single. All right, and taken. How long have you been married, Jamila?
It'll be 19 years in
Oh,
September.
wow. That's so good.
Grown.
You want me to say this? I have been married for, wait a minute, let me do the math. Hold on. 22 years?
Okay.
23 in September?
Wow.
Something like that.
Okay, 22.
Yes. Together for 26 years.
26 y'all been together, and 23 y'all been married.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, that's nice.
Well, that's amazing.
beautiful. It is.
All right,
That's
so me, Keedah, and Keisha, we working on it. So the weeds, y'all. So when y'all said that y'all had y'all little tip, what kept you guys from not connecting? What made you say, like, I ain't fooling with her no more, I'm cool, or vice versa?
Being stubborn.
What kept us stuck? I think because we have that genuine love for each other and the years that we had. Like, it's like I've known this girl since elementary school. I ain't going nowhere. Like, she's just gonna be mad at me for a little bit. We get over it.
And how long was it?
What, maybe 2 months?
It wasn't that
It
long.
wasn't long.
Okay. I mean, 2 months is a good amount of time for your mom to notice, for sure.
Yeah.
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 Okay. But
the initial breakdown, was it pride? Was it pain? Did somebody hurt the other person? Or was it just like you were mad that they did something that
maybe it was
you
pride.
didn't agree
I
with?
think it was a little bit of it all.
Yeah, pride, pain.
Yeah, a bit of it all.
So your mom was like, no, we getting this together.
Yeah, I called Keedah today.
So mama,
Because it don't make no sense.
She
Y'all are
sure
like
did.
sisters and y'all been, I called her. So you better call her.
Yeah.
period. She said what she said.
That's good.
And then from that phone call, I knew that from there on out that we would never part.
Me and you. I'm going to name something gently, okay?
Okay.
And you don't have to go there. Y'all will take it as far as y'all want to take it to. But there was 5.5, okay? And I'm calling myself the half. So there were 5, and I was the 0.5. But now it's 5, and we missing the other. I'm rooting for full reconciliation because I love her. And what had happened was, I'm not sure. I just got a bunch of phone calls one day. I was like, did they decide that they was going to call me and tell on each other? So I was kind of brought in, but not really brought in. But I'm there to love everybody. And, you know, I'm a forgiver. I mean, this is Rose, Rocks, Weeds, and Soil, y'all. And so we got to talk about forgiveness. And we have Colossians 3:13, if I'm not mistaken. And it really says, y'all, we got to be able to bear with one another like you guys did. Just deal with it, right? And we got to forgive each other because God forgave us. Simple as that. Let me tell y'all, I forgave this girl. She used my picture as a catfish on her dating app, y'all. So it was just my body. She cut my hair off in a bathing suit. And I was like, well, what? But I forgave her. I confronted her and she was like, I did it by mistake or something like that. But the point is, I forgave her. And it was something very petty, but that could be something very big to others. That's weird, to say the least, right? And girl, y'all know I forgave my ex. Bald head games, y'all. Bald head games. But I forgave him. And, you know, I do understand that that doesn't mean everybody reconciles because I ain't reconciling with people.
True.
It is what it is. But is there any wrong for reconciliation at all?
I mean, I forgive, but I don't forget.
Right.
And sometimes it is okay to continue on. Everybody can't walk down your path with you for the rest of your life.
For sure.
You know? Some people are there to show you or to kind of help mold you into what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. To me, what that situation brought about, like, it was a lot of backstab. That should not have been.
So it was a big shift.
It was a major shift.
It was a major
shift.
a
major shift.
Yeah.
Are all of us past it now completely?
Because what do you mean past?
Past it in the sense that we're only talking about it right now because I just brought it up.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Are you crying, Keisha?
No, girl, my eye running.
So can I get just a quick poll, Kia? You forgive her?
Of course.
Okay.
I just don't think about it.
Okay. So no reconciliation.
There's no need.
Okay. We know your answer, Keisha. You forgive her. No reconciliation. Jamila, you forgive her. Reconciliation.
Because forgiveness is for me. So
100%.
yeah, you know,
No reconciliation.
never thought about it.
Okay. But if she wanted to, would you consider it?
When you say reconcile, what? Hi, how are you?
Reconcile.
What does that
Oh, I
look
can do
like?
that.
Inviting over to dinner.
No.
Inviting out for drinks. Mimosas for brunch.
We can speak. How you doing? And keep it moving.
Okay. So we can all be cordial.
Absolutely.
Everyone can be cordial.
That's what I said.
That's cordial.
cordial.
Not a fake wave. It'll be a real wave. Okay, so you're not there yet.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine, Keedah.
Yeah, mine is deeper than everyone else's because me and her were really, really close. So I forgive her, but no reconciling. Of course, I still love her.
Mhm.
And the last time we talked, my god brother had passed away and we talked, you know, for a little bit, but it's not the same. It's deep. Yeah, so no, I wish her the best.
Goodness.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any warnings for me? I'm going to love on her.
Yeah.
Okay, because I really wanted her to be able to be here. And I did ask and it was declined. So I will definitely try to see if I can do something.
With you saying that, he didn't just exclude her. He gave her an opportunity to come to the table and sit with us.
Okay.
So when she declined, it was just clear for us that she had made her choice.
Okay.
In this setting, I definitely wouldn't have wanted to meet up with her, have a conversation.
So outside of this setting, now would you be?
I mean, no.
Oh.
No, I mean, she had her opportunity.
Okay. You
And
said that's it.
yeah.
Several times.
Yeah, several times.
It was more so wanting to meet with people individually. Kind of like a manipulation thing, in my opinion.
Persuasion tactic. Or
And I thought it was.
Okay.
Because not just downing that person, but it was like, to me,
In
a
a bad
snake.
She was in a bad space.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
No. To me, it's like you really shedded your skin and show who you really were. Over a situation that didn't have to be.
Yeah. Okay. I did not mean to be like a complete Debbie Downer. It was, worthy of the discussion.
Because we didn't think about it.
It's just like, you don't think about it at all. All right, y'all. We are going to play this really cute game. It's called Block, Unblock, Grace, Ghost, or Forgive. I'm going to toss out some friendship scenarios, and then y'all are going to hold up your sign. And you don't have to give any explanation.
Okay.
Unless you want to, because I'm here for the tea. I might ask the question, but you can just say pass.
Okay.
Well, righty.
All right, here's the first one. She is still in touch with your ex-husband platonically.
No, because when I break up with you, you're going to break up too.
Okay.
And none of these calls are for me. She need to hear from me before I ghost her.
Oh my God.
I'll block her and follow, but it ain't me that, like, she following him. Talking to him, calling him.
Okay,
That's
she
not
always
this
comes up
cookout
short
or this-
at the restaurant, the bar, or the cookout.
I'm going to give her some grace, right? But we going to have a conversation.
All the time, no.
Yeah, I mean, but something is
After
happening.
a while,
You
like,
gonna ghost her?
if it's all the time, that means you don't need to be out.
Binge drinking every weekend, but cannot hold her liquor. What y'all doing with her?
Cucumber water today, baby, okay? Look.
She body shames you, but tries to disguise it in sarcasm or loving jokes. Like, girl, you so skinny. You need to gain some weight. Ha ha, you been on the gym too much.
Because we're going to talk about it and I'm going to forgive you.
Yeah. Nice.
We be ready to talk. Yeah. Because people, everybody didn't grow up the same way as you did, or, what you say may be acceptable for some other people. It's just not acceptable here.
I love it. All right. Hold on. What was your card, Keedah?
What? Because whatever my body is doing is my body.
She say, I'm done.
Yeah, it's the next one. She's always talking about God, but she's also talking about everybody else too. So she's always gossiping or, being critical.
I'm a patient person.
You are.
And after a while, I'm like, look, girl, bye. Bye. You are not being
Like, you so perfect.
that part. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, you get tired of it. Like,
All right. So here's the
you
next
doing
scenario.
that means you doing that to me.
That's true.
That part. Yes.
So,
All right. So she DMs you or texts you reels from IG, Facebook, and TikTok all day. I know I had my time.
I think you should be getting mad at me.
But look, though, at one point, Keisha has stopped responding to my little stuff I be sending. And I'm like, dang, she ain't looked at it yet. I know she got it. Because I'm like, I know she would laugh at this. All right, here's another one, y'all. And this is serious for some people, too. It used to be serious for me. I don't care as much now. But she constantly posts pictures of you without asking, and they're usually unflattering.
because I'm a whole photographer out here, baby, and I'm going to make sure your pictures just give me it all.
She ghosted you during your hardest season, and now she's suddenly back in your DMs.
Girl, what is up? I feel some type of way. Oh, I'm kind of on that too.
Okay.
It's my first green card. Yeah.
Dang. No, we blocked out. I did both.
Like, now you back. You forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll forgive once we have a conversation, but I feel like people need it.
You know, I'm going to take that back because that person could be going through something.
Mm-hmm.
So and if that person has genuinely have been there for me in the past, I guess I can give a little grace. I'm going to take that.
She's never hurt you directly, but being around her drains your spirit.
We've had one of those, but I don't
never hurt you. She's never done anything to you, but she just.
I have goals. I have done this.
Okay. Grace, ghost.
I will ghost. Yeah.
Ghost.
You see that number? Like, not because I never had nobody. A man drain me, but not a female.
Good for you. All right, y'all. She dated your ex after y'all stopped talking, but never told you.
Keedah, next time together.
I dated Kia's ex-boyfriend. Girl, that crap didn't count. I apologize.
What? No.
I just remember Keisha calling me like, girl, such and such killed somebody. He was on the news. And that was Kia's boyfriend. So she never supported your business publicly, but always asking for a discount.
Whoa. Yeah.
Ghost.
Okay.
Ghost. Block, unfollow. Got you.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
done, huh?
You like it's finished.
Yeah.
Finish.
Get in touch with me the best way you can.
Figure that out. All right, and then the last one. She only calls when she needs something, but you've known her since middle school.
Oh my God. No.
No. Only when you want something?
No.
What am I?
I'm sorry. Sure. I can't. I don't know.
Not show grace.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I can't do it.
All right, Ghost, block, unfollow. Grace, block, unfollow. And Grace.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Ghost, block, unfollow.
That was fun.
Wasn't that fun? So, y'all, the soil is real. We are all here, right? And we have grown through a lot of stuff. And I don't want to make assumptions. Is everyone here a believer in Christ?
Yes.
Yay. How do you all think that your relationship with God shapes your friendships now? I mean, not even just in this realm here, not just this circle, but even when we meet new friends, you come across new people, how do you think your relationship with God impacts or affects your decisions to be friends with other people?
For me, just understanding that everyone is different. And I've got to a point in my life, and I guess in my older years, that sometimes now I meet people where they at, even with my other friends. You know, sometimes if it's not what I'm on, I'm like, okay, well, that's her. Oh, that's just how she is. And I think that's for me now. As you get older, sometimes your tolerance changes a little bit. So that's for me.
Jamila, what are you thinking?
You can go on to the next question.
Oh.
I would say,
Our shape.
like what Keedah said, and just respect the matter of opinions, because everybody not gonna think the same. Like, it's conversations that Keedah and I may have about certain things, or Jamila and I may have. You know what I'm saying? At times when we could be interpreting it differently, but also saying the exact same thing, or accepting the reality of certain things. Like, we're all not the same. We're not picture perfect. And if that would have been the case, it would be boring. And again, respecting the matter of opinions and receiving, dissecting it to where it fits. Like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
So being more receptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she said.
What she said. First and foremost, all of y'all, even you, Keedah, every single one of y'all use that grace card. So that's the first thing right there. Like, in terms of how God is impacting y'all, whether you recognize it or not. It's like when you are giving someone grace, it's not necessarily like we were saying, just sweeping it under the rug. It's Jamila saying, I want to talk to this person. I want to uplift them. I want to see what's going on. Maybe I can help. Maybe there's a situation before I just block or unfollow somebody. So that is definitely God, because the devil will be like, girl, bye.
I hear that voice sometimes, and sometimes that voice is much louder than, I anticipated it to be. And, when you have those still moments and you talk to God, because I have those conversations or that type of relationship with him, and, you allow the grace to flow through, because there are times where maybe you've done something and people wasn't really accepting it or receptive to it. And people could be going through, you don't know what's going on with them. So that conversation to me is important, to see where a person is. And when you say other relationships, other friendships, your early relationships and learning how to navigate those, I think help with the relationships that you encounter in the future, like your new friends and your new coworkers and so forth. And knowing that you can always go back to your roots, these girls here, and have those humbling conversation. They don't mind checking you, and we're honest with one another because they know who they're talking to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not new to them, or my mindset, my way of thinking is not new to them. So
that's a good point.
But they sometimes may have encountered the same thing, or but Jay, look at it this way, or look at it that way. And then it kind of humbles you. And then you kind of reflect, or you self-reflect, and then you go back differently.
Yeah.
And you move on. You navigate those other relationships.
I recently was eating with a friend of mine, and we were having a political conversation, and she's funny because she's like, I never want to have political conversations because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
When people say that, it's usually because they voted for Trump. I'm sorry. That's typically in that situation. That's why I was like, okay, girl, like, it's all good.
You're right.
And we ended up in the conversation, and she said, even with all you just said, I would still vote for him right now. And I was like, wow. This is wild for me. But
That's well.
oh, great. So Keisha over here, she's like, sometimes you have to take it and you have to look at different perspectives and try to understand. And I know that I can't understand that in my own. That's not going to be my own understanding. I have to go Proverbs with God and just lean into him and figure out, okay, well, exactly what does this mean? Exactly what are some of the good things? And it's hard, but trying to just understand and figure out where she's coming from. And that's when some things you just have to say, okay, I still want her to be my friend. So I'm going to leave that with God.
Yeah.
And eventually, if she's supposed to change her mind, then I'm going to pray that mind gets changed. And if she's not, I'm going to pray that we could still cohabitate, still be around each other with that mindset. And she does a pretty good job of making sure that we don't have those conversations.
Yeah.
But, you don't want that type of relationship where you can't talk about everything. But at the same time, like I said, I've had containers all of my life. So I'm used to separating people and different things. People didn't know my real name, that I've been friends with for 20 years. So they like, your name's Tasha? What? I thought your name was Callie.
It was Keedah.
Did y'all? I saw this lady's name, Kita. I heard her name was Keedah. So definitely, y'all, give me a break. Okay, but exactly. So with all that being said, y'all, I love y'all. Can y'all tell me one thing that y'all love about this circle? And I'm in the circle now. Yeah.
Being loyal.
Yes.
I would say, again, respect. We respect each other.
I love that.
They keep me grounded.
I have a few things: love, the loyalty, and respect.
I'm going to get you back in here. They just don't know it yet. But listen, just being here, y'all personalities are so distinct. And so it's so awesome to have 4 women, 5 women, to just be here and everybody be so different. Like the uniqueness is insane, and everyone has their own voice. And it's not like there's a leader or followers. Keisha might be the glue, but it's not like, everybody defers to Keisha for any particular thing. Everyone has their individual conversations as well, and their individual relationships, and then the relationship as well. And of course, everybody has their outside, but I just feel like the love is in just everybody being themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to be like nobody else.
Right.
And I love it. I was like, y'all just come looking real cute. Everybody came looking real cute in their own cute way. I mean, everybody just looks different, and it's just like, what? Like, this is my cute, and I love it. And Jamila's just so outspoken, y'all. She talks so much. I love it. She quiet.
That's why we put her in the middle.
But she don't just like talk out of turn. Like, she like, I gotta think. Like, give me a minute. And then she speaks. And I love it. Like, y'all are just awesome. And Keedah's just like the little love bug.
I am a kumbaya person.
Seriously, y'all, I would forgive every single body in that game just because I know the love that God has for me. And so it's like, man,
you're right.
If God can love me through all of the crazy, y'all. That was my high school nickname for my brother, okay? Like, wow, woman, okay? WW. Like, shout out the show. But listen, I'm just saying, like, so that's what I love about y'all. So I do appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with me.
For having us.
Thank you.
Yes. And I love y'all. Listen, Kia, Keisha, Jamila, and Keedah, and Tasha. That's right. My y'all.
And then go.
So, to Kia, Keisha, Keedah, and Jamila, I feel like LL Cool J saying that. That was wild, right? Thank you, not just for showing up on set, but for showing up for each other, y'all. Today reminded me of something simple but powerful. Friendship is not a finished thing. It is a faith walk, and I want to be down. Listen, sometimes it is loud and crazy and funny, and sometimes it's just hard and holy. But when we let God guide it, there is always growth in the soil. Here is your heart check, soil seekers. Is it time for a conversation, a prayer, or just a release. I mean, do you need to actually reach out to somebody? Do you need to pray through it? Or do you need to let it go? I mean, let it go in love if you're letting it go, okay? But think about those things. And whatever the answer is, don't ghost the healing. Don't block the breakthrough. Grace might be the only bridge between where you were and where God is taking you next, yo. And do not think you are walking about here without a word of the week, because holy is his name and holy is the word, because holiness is not just a look, y'all. It is not just a vibe. Yes, it is a lifestyle, but it is a decision, a discipline, and a daily surrender. And you already know the Holy Hunt remix by DKG Kyle with our two faves, Anike and Portia Love. Yes, that is the song of the week, yo. When Kai said she in her bag and she in her Bible too, I was like, yep, that's me. I'm holy, huh? Listen, he was truly describing me to a T, all right? But I'm praying he's describing you too, because it is a different kind of glow up, y'all. Man, not just a woman of faith, but a woman on fire with the glory of God all over her, yo. The one who just hands God the plans and just say, God, have your way. That's what it looks like. That's what it is. That's what holy is. So this week, y'all, don't just look holy, live holy. Go to rrwspodcast.com/freebies and grab your free unfollow or forgive quiz and devotional. This is going to be your spiritual gut check for the week. Then you're going to chat me up on IG at RRWS Podcast or right here in the comments. And do not miss next week's episode, y'all. We are flipping the mic to the men, and it is going to be super, yo, it is going to be so good. It's the Brotherhood edition of Friends After 40. It is a raw conversation with three men who stayed friends since single. Did I say three single men? Did I say three fine men? Listen, we are talking loyalty, legacy, and how Black men keep brotherhood alive in a world that tells them to isolate. So until then, stay rooted, stay real, and remember, I love you. I mean it, but God loves you more, y'all. This is Natasha Elaine for Rose, Rock, Squeeze, and Soil. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.